What's going on YouTube, and welcome to another GTA 5 online video. So guys, in this video I'm going to give you guys a small review on the RC Bandito. It's in discount this week, so I actually wanted to buy it and test it out. In my previous video I said it's not really worth buying, but I still wanted to test it out because it's kind of hard to give an opinion about something if you don't actually own it in the game. So first of all, you need to get it at the Southern San Andreas site, and this week it costs around 900k. It's very expensive for what it is, because if you don't know what it is, it's not really a car, so you can't really drive it. It's more like a remote controlled toy car actually. So in this video, as I said, I'm going to give you guys a small review about it. I'm also going to show you guys how you can customize it, and I'm also going to show you guys a trick with the RC Bandito that you can do to earn some extra money each week. You guys probably know it already. It's the RC Bandito time trial. So the thing is, when you actually buy it and when you go to your interaction menu, at the inventory tab, you will see a little star, a little yellow star, because there's something new. Because when you buy the RC Bandito, you actually have the option in your interaction menu under the inventory tab to actually request the RC Bandito. This is also how you can request it anywhere on the map, so you don't call your mechanic or something like that. You just request it in your interaction menu by going to inventory and then going to request RC Bandito. So when you request it, as you guys can see, I'm now at a different kind of location. I'm close to where I actually was, and I'm now controlling the RC Bandito. My character is not there anymore. I don't really know what happens. I don't know if anyone can kill my character right now or if they can actually see him, but I don't think they can. I just think that my character just got in the RC Bandito. He just shrunk and got in the RC Bandito. So there are two things that you can actually do with the RC Bandito. You have the jump function. You can use it by pressing L3. And there's also the detonate function to actually explode. But in order to actually detonate with the RC Bandito, you first need to get that option, and you first need to modify the RC Bandito. The only way that you can actually modify the RC Bandito will be in the Arena War Workshop. So if you also don't own the Arena War Workshop, then you can also not actually buy it, because this is the only place where you actually can store it, and this is also the only place where you can actually modify it. So this week there's also a discount on the Arena War Workshop, so if you don't have it yet, maybe you can get it this week if you really want the RC Bandito, because as I said, you will need it to actually own the RC Bandito. So over here I just put the little sticky bomb on it. You can modify it however you want. You have these different kind of styles that you can actually pick for the vehicle itself. This is actually pretty cool. As you guys can see, it's also a little bit of pricey. You have to keep in mind it's not a real car. You cannot use it in free mode as you would another car. So you have to keep that in mind. It's quite pricey. This is also a reason why I didn't like it at first, because yeah, it's not a real car. It's a toy car, and it also costs so much. So this is kind of a thing that was holding me back to actually get it, but I wanted to make a review about it for you guys, so this was the main reason why I got it. And to be honest, after I got it, I started kind of liking it, because I don't know, it's something different. It's something totally different from all the other cars that you can buy. It's also very small. It's also yeah, fun to use actually in the game as well. It's also really cool to actually annoy people in free mode as well, because it's so small. And yeah, when you have the detonate function, it's also a lot of fun to use. So the livery you can also pick. I'm quite difficult at picking the liveries and stuff like that. As I said in a couple of my other videos, I always change it afterwards as well. I actually chose to let it be red, so I didn't respray it or something like that. I just stayed with the red. It actually looked kind of cool with the livery and stuff like that as well. Secondary color doesn't do that much, so that's red as well. You can also modify the color of the little guy that's actually in the RC Bandito, so the helmet and then the suit that he's wearing. So I just went with the red and yellow kind of thing. So you can actually modify quite a lot of things about it. Then of course the jump you can also modify. So first, when you first buy it, it already has the 20% jump, I think it was, so you can already jump with it, but you can always upgrade this jump so you can actually jump higher and maybe even further as well, I don't know, and maybe it even regenerates faster as well. Then the wheels, you can actually make it look pretty cool, so you can do the high-end wheels, and then you have like these huge rims on this very small car. So that's what I like about it as well. So the modifying is actually pretty fun, especially when you have like a close look on it. It's actually pretty fun to modify as well. And then no bulletproof tires, I think, so that's one big difference with the normal modification of a car, but I don't really think that you will need it, because if someone shoots at it, I am pretty sure that it will explode very fast. So the armor on this is not that great, I think. I haven't tested it out, but it doesn't seem that good. So after you modified it, just go to your interaction menu again, go to inventory, go to request RC Bandito. Also, if you have the RC tank, that's also in discount this week. Maybe I'll make a review about that as well. You can also request it the same way. So I just went to the place where I was actually at with my character, and he's not there, so I don't think that anyone can actually kill you while you're actually driving it. So it's not like with Call of Duty when you have like the RCXD as a kill streak that people could still kill you. And one thing that I actually forgot to say while I was modifying it, you also have these proximity mines that you can have. You have the kinetic ones and the EMP ones. I think the EMP ones are better. You can have 3 of those stored in the RC Bandito. I know it's not a lot, but you have to keep in mind it's very small, so it's kind of logical as well. So the EMP just basically turns off a car for 5 seconds, so it's actually pretty good if someone is chasing you, and the kinetic one just makes a car bounce. So I would still actually prefer the EMP. If you want to let it detonate like this, just hold the L1 button until the bar on the bottom right is full, and when it's full it will detonate. L1 is the button that you usually use to shoot when you're in a car if you're on a different console. To use the jump function, again L3, so that's the horn button. And if you want to drop the proximity mines, it's right on the D-pad. I don't know which button that will be on a PC, but just right on the D-pad on both consoles. So the trick that I was talking about in the beginning, as I said, was the RC Bandito time trial. You can find it, it's marked on the map with like a little controller, and when you have the RC Bandito you can actually play these time trials as well. And just as with the regular time trials, if you complete it under the part-time, you will get 100k each time you complete it for the first time every week. So this week it's actually a special week, so it will be in the game for 12 days instead of 7, but normally the RC Bandito time trial is in the game for 7 days. So each week you will have a new one. The first time that you complete the new one under the part-time, you will get 100k. The second time that you actually complete it in this part-time, you will just get 2k, I think. And if you complete it over the part-time, you just get 1k, I think. So a huge tip when you're driving the RC Bandito is actually that it turns very fast, so be careful. Another tip is use the widest camera angle so you actually have a better view, because if you drive in first person or something like that, it's going to be way harder. Also, if you have like this closer camera angle, then it's also harder. So use the max camera angle that you can use, so the third one I like to call it, and then it will be a lot easier. Also yeah, try to brake a lot when you're turning, but not too much, of course, because it's still a time trial. And as I said, the turns are just very sharp, so it actually turns very sharp as well, but be careful with that as well. So really look at the arrows on the checkpoints, because most of the time it's a 90 degrees turn, and that's actually quite difficult. It's also, yeah, it kind of makes you dizzy when you drive this. You kind of have to get used to it. It took me a couple of times, like 5 times, to actually complete this. In the part-time also crashed a couple of times, I think, when I completed it. So it's not really hard, you just have to get used to the RC Bandito a little bit. So in general, I think it's actually pretty cool. It's something in the game that is unique, so it's kind of pricey, as I said, so that's the only downside for me. It's kind of fun to use if you're bored as well. I know the new DLC is upcoming, so you guys probably won't like to spend a lot of money, but if you have the extra cash, it's definitely something that you can buy, and in the long term you can make the money back with the RC Bandito time trials, because every week you will earn 100k with that. So guys, that was pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So the main thing, it's cool, it's fun to use, but it's kind of pricey. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like and subscribe, and peace out, you guys.